What's up, beautiful people? So I'm just gonna go through building your brand or using print on demand. So this one, let me just give you a quick overview of how it works. Okay. All right. So, what is print on demand? A retail fulfillment and manufacturing business model where products are only created, printed, or assembled after a customer places an order. Sellers design items such as custom apparel, books, and home goods, while a third party uh, partner handles the printing, packaging, and shipping. And some people would call it drop shipping, which is it is. It's low overhead. I would say it's the aside from like the traditional business out there, so it's very not a lot of experience. You don't need a lot of experience. It's very easy to start up, beginner friendly as well. There's so many you can also build your brand with using these services, the print on demand companies out there. There's numerous print on demand companies now. Okay, so um let's start with and you, like I said, you can also build your brand and use their service to fulfill all your orders, merchandise, whatever products that they have. So for Printify, with they have about maybe depending on the shipping time, they have a bunch in here. So if you could go to the catalog, they have all these bestsellers. You can literally customize all these products or start putting all your designs. If you already have one, you don't even really need to create the design. There's a bunch of platforms now that you can get all the designs and just start putting everything here and upload it here in their platform. All right, and start um selling the products. And they have, there's so many products in here. Okay, they have the men's, the women's clothing. You can literally start your own brand or your own merchandise business using this service. Okay, so accessories, they even have this, and you can put your own design there, like I said, your personal brand or whatever the design, whatever business that you're doing, that makes sense for your brand. Home living, they have a bunch as well. So they have so many products, so many varieties. So you name it, they mostly they have it. And yeah, so they even have all this stuff in here as well for marketing purposes. So it's really great. And one thing I like about you know Printify as well, they have all these actually, if you go to stores, you can use other. Printify has this, you don't even need to create your own website. They have their own store that you can have, and you can print, I mean you can utilize to create your own store inside. It's another video, we can talk about that more. But they have different channels where you can use the service and other platforms out there. Okay, so for, you can even use your TikTok, let's say manage stores. They have so many channels. If you look all these channels, see, if you want to use all of them, that's fine. It's up to you, whatever you want to do with your business, whatever makes sense for your business. So they even have Etsy. You can even use it for Shopify, TikTok, Amazon. This is the website that they already have. If you don't want to create your own website, or you don't want to connect it to, it's very handy, very beginner friendly. And if you don't want to connect it to the Amazon and all this other channel, they have this. The only caveat is that, of course, it has their watermark or their brand on there, so it's not, you know, if you are trying to have your own brand and you don't want to use their watermark or their branding in the website, then I would suggest create your own domain and create your own website and connect it to Shopify and use the service. So eBay, same thing. I know eBay doesn't really have fees when you connect it with them, so they just have, of course, limitation, restriction, whatever the product might be. Amazon, there's a fee, of course, if you want to be in their I believe business features. So that's another video we can talk about. TikTok is usually free. Once you hit like 5 or 10 different products, or more than 10 products, I believe, it's gonna start asking you all these questions to put all the information from your for your business. inventory, warehouse, all this stuff that they're asking is going to be on there. Shopify is very straightforward. Etsy have a fees as well with their listing fees. So if you're using Etsy, they have fees. So you want to make sure before you go to all these channels and use these channels is you make sure look at all the fees and transaction fees, all the fees that they have. Always pay attention to the fees because that's what's going to eat your profit, and that's what's going to you know like I said, you're not gonna make more money if you have a lot of fees and expenses in your business. So big cartels, Squarespace, Wix, WooCommerce as well. If you like WordPress, you can connect both WordPress and WooCommerce, BigCommerce, PrestaShop, you name it. There's a bunch of them. So most of this channel as well, you can use from if you are using Printful. Same thing. I know Printful and Printify is now the same company. They merge. So there you go. You can use this too. It's pretty much the same thing. It's very straightforward. Um, so they have a lot of products as well. So it's pretty much the same thing as what the Printful does. Spreadshop, I know they have faster shipping time, so you might also want to look into what's the fees, what's the shipping time, how long, refunds, how does it work, especially the stuff that you can returns. What if there's a misprint or the quality? So you want to gain all that information. What I like about the print on demand is you don't need inventory. You don't need to stack a bunch of inventory and then it's not going to sell. Let's say you design it yourself, you print it yourself, you have the merchandise, and you're going to buy 100 of them or 200 or whatever. You know, that's one thing I like about this. It's very green friendly, environmental friendly, because you don't need a lot of inventory. You don't need you if you want to, that's fine. It's up to you, whatever you want to do with your business. But I don't suggest having a lot of inventory, especially if it doesn't sell. That's the beauty of print on demand. They only ship the product once the order is, you know, once the order is paid and all that stuff is processed and paid, and they will ship it. So always pay attention to the facts, all this information there in the bottom. They have all this information here. Make sure you pay attention to their facts area, and of course contact the customer service if you have any other questions when it comes to shipping, returns, customer service, all that good stuff. And same thing here. You can pretty much you can use spread connect to connect to all of these platform. So it's very very great way to use and utilize these services. If you already have a personal brand, if you have you have entrepreneur business. Same thing if you want to host your merch, you can just use these services. Same thing with gelato. They have really good prices and their shipping is fine. Most of them is around 7 to 10 business days, and they have express shipping as well. And they do have, I know gelato and Printify they do, and I believe as well Printiful they do have their monthly service fee for better pricing and of course shipping, and all the other great um you know all the other features and benefits when it comes to their always with their benefits with their membership or their subscription monthly. You save more money with their products and all that good stuff. And always pay attention, go to their support, go to their fax area. If any questions you have, always contact them. So I tried some of these already, and they're pretty good at shipping. I would, if you really want fast shipping, especially in the U.S., I would say Spreadshop. If not, here is fine and Gelato. So there's a bunch of um print on demand companies now. So always compare all of them, whatever works for your business, and that's it. You can literally start your brand, your personal brand, and start using this platform. And what I like about all of this platform is they ship international as well, so they're all over the world. So if you they have a bunch of products in here too, so pretty much the same like the all the home and merchandise. And if you go to shipping, they are worldwide shipping. So you can even go to the gelato and you can put, shipping to all these countries right here, and it will tell you how much um what would it cost, and it tells you right here the shipping, express shipping. So it's pretty good. I like them, and they have a variety of products as well. And the prices is really good, and they have all this production, and they have 32 countries that they partner with. So, you know, they're all great. I believe they're all great. It's just really whatever works for your business. So this is another way you can start your own brand, your own personal brand, or your business. Utilize this drop shipping method or print on demand, if you want to sell, merchandise. And maybe if you the best way to also use it once you already get a bunch of products and orders, especially you have a lot of orders. I would utilize them first, and then later on you can print your own merchandise and have your own inventory and sell it. That way you can maximize your profit. But to start off, beginner friendly. It's very straightforward. Even their features here, their tools and apps are really great. uh, Beginner friendly. So yeah, start messing around with this, start using them, go to their platform, see how it works, learn all the stuff. They have so many resources as well. So yeah, so there's a bunch of them out there, but this is the one that I know works, and it's good so far. A lot of creators use them and other businesses out there. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you learn and get value from the video and start your journey, and go to our website, get your free guide, and check it out. And I hope it helps you guys, and have a good day. Thank you for watching.